So we have a story out of Oklahoma City. Now, students were at the Harding Charter Preparatory School. They were visited by a college recruiter from the Oklahoma Christian University. You know, if I could turn this video into something totally different right now, I'm just saying this. Most of these people that's naming things Christian can't even follow one letter in the Bible. Because if you did follow the letter of the Bible, you wouldn't have a racist and white supremacist society. But that's a totally different video for a totally different day. So the recruiter stopped by on Monday, February 24th, during the assembly at the gym. And he instructed the black children there to line up from darkest to lightest complexion. Then the young brothers and sisters said the recruiter asked them to line up by their hair, from the nappiest to the straightest. I mean, what were you having? Some sort of plantation fetish at that school? Like you're trying to line up slaves based on color? I mean, the mentality of the white supremacists is just like beyond human reasoning. That's why I say the white supremacist is the devil the Bible speaks of. Seriously, I believe that because the things that they do is not normal. So the one young brother say he told us to line up nappiest hair in the back, straightest hair in the front. A young brother by the name of Rio Brown. Now, they said a fellow student by the name of Corey Todd said the exercise made him feel uncomfortable and that they thought to themselves, okay, this isn't right. Now, they said that both the high school and university addressed the incident in statements acknowledging the bizarre behavior. No, it was a white supremacist behavior. So they said the OC admissions counselor who visited the school last Monday is no longer working for Oklahoma Christian University. They said that adding that school leadership hadn't approved the inappropriate activity prior to the recruiter's visit. Yeah, he was just going to go there and enact his plantation fetish. That's what he wanted to do. Very, very sick. So it said administrators at Harding Prep also decried the recruiter's inappropriate and hurtful statements and said they would not tolerate any behavior or language that undermines our community's values. So they said the incident comes on the heels of two similarly racist episodes at learning institutions across the Sooner State. Last month, the University of Oklahoma professor faced backlash after arguing the N-word was no more offensive than the phrase "okay boomer." And we covered that story actually on our African Diaspora News Insider channel. So make sure you subscribe to that one because we post video news stories here on this channel, African Diaspora News channel, and also African Diaspora News Insider. So when you see so many news stories here, especially coming from me, make sure you go check over there as well. So they say a second professor would repeatedly use the slur in class weeks later while reading from historical texts. So they said Brown recalls seeing his own teachers upset and in tears after a recruiter's visit to his high school. They said the man remains unnamed and said, but described as a white male, like I was shocked, who didn't seem knowledgeable on how to speak to people. Oh, he knew how to speak to people. He knew how to speak to his own. He just had his plantation fetish, and he pulled that out on y'all. Let me tell you black children something. If they start lining you up talking about, okay, light skin over here to dark skin, you look at him like he crazy. I'm like, man, if you don't get yourself on out of here, and at that time period, he would deserve a good cussing, that's for sure. And said teachers left. He said they faces looked disgusted. Brown said, I hope it's a wake-up call because many people at the school need to hear how we feel. I know y'all pissed off. I know you're upset. You know, I know. But let that be a lesson learned in the system of racism, white supremacy. They will mess up their jobs to enact racism. I mean, but they claim they have high IQ. But anybody with a high IQ is just not going to mess up a good job. They're just not going to do it, especially for the likes of people they claim they don't like, right? So with that being said, is that this is what happens to our children. And we really need to be careful who we allow come around our children. Why didn't they have some HBCUs come in? I would have been actually more good with that. And, you know, these HBCUs need to step up. They need to get their act together, some of them. You need to start giving these children scholarships, you know, raise tuition if you got to get these children scholarships so you can recruit them to come to your school. Because that's one thing the PWIs have over HBCUs. But if HBCUs would even invest in sports, because sports make a lot of money, and start that way, and then also some academic scholarships, it can bring in the money so you can start giving full scholarships and you get all the great talent in the community. Because how I feel about it, all black children need to go to HBCUs. That's how I feel about it personally. But not everybody, think the way I think. I think the only way you should, if you go to a PWI, it should be on a scholarship that's 100%. But if you're going to pay, you should go to HBCU. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this particular story. Like I said, it doesn't surprise me whatsoever. I ain't shocked by it because, these people, they obsess with racism. Even, the lady that came on here, Kimberly, she said that, they obsess with it. They love racism. Then that came out of her mouth. They love racism, and I know they do.